Hi there, I'm Martha Van Dam with Living Beyond. And yesterday we started this talk by talking about what to do when we have lots of things crashing in on us all at once. When it's more than just our usual one thing to deal with. And our first thing we said yesterday was to sit outside, give our minds a place to have some space, allow our minds to have some rest, and create some margin so that our minds can better come up with solutions. And so today, I have another thing I want you to do. Inside or out, I don't care, that's not the point. What I want you to do is go someplace where you can have a few moments of peace. For some of you moms that have like little children hanging on you everywhere you go, that literally may be the bathroom with the door shut. And I understand that may not necessarily be peaceful, but it may be the best you can get. So whatever it takes for you to have a little bit of some kind of quiet. And then I want you to take a notebook, a journal, something that makes sense to you to write in. If you saw some of my craziness right now, you'd probably laugh with what I use for helping me get things together. But I want you to take something that you write in. And then I want you just to start jotting. There will be no method to this madness. It will just be the things that come to your mind as they come to your mind. And the question to ask yourself is, what is hanging over me? Or what is pressuring me? Or what feels like an overwhelm right now? What are the things? And then whatever comes to your mind, jot it down. Not like in sentences, certainly not in paragraphs, more like what would be just bullet points. So what are the bullet points of the things that you have hanging on you? And mine might be, get that letter written for the newsletter, contact this client, contact the accountant for something, get to the grocery store, check in on this person. The list can just be endless. But I want you to just make this random mixed up list. And that is the next step. Since you're going to wonder what you're supposed to do with that list, I'll actually tell you two things today. So one is this list, and be sure to give yourself plenty of time that you feel like you're able to fully empty all of the things that are hanging on your mind onto that list. So then after you've gotten the list finished, and it's fine if you want to take multiple days to get that done, but very often you really won't need it. Just a time to sit down and think, what are these things that are hanging over me and feel so overwhelming and pressuring? Then sit back. If you're able to find time then, if not, maybe you'll have to wait until another time. That's fine too. But so then take that list, and I've done this more times than I can count, and I always find it to be valuable for me. Take that list that you've created and start dividing it by topics. When you look at your list, you're going to see some patterns that come into play. So start dividing it by topics. The way I do it, let's see if I have one sitting here, is I go through that list and I take different colored highlighters. For example, here's one. And so this is the only one I see in my purse right now, but I have them, of course, in all colors. And so if I happen to look on my list and I happen to see that a lot of the topics are work topics, a lot of the topics are family or friends topics, some of them are health topics, some of them are home management topics. You see, kind of divide into what parts of my life are calling these responsibilities. And then just divide them by color. And so if I were going to maybe take all of the work topics, and believe me, those are the ones that seem to take an awful lot of my mind space, I would go through and mark each one of those in blue. And then as maybe I'm thinking about my health things, maybe I'd mark each one of those in green, or something that's tax or finances. Those will all be yellow. So then it's very, very easy to look at that whole list you have and have an idea of what is putting the pressure on me. Is it divided evenly? Okay, if it is it weighted more heavily on one side than the other? Like I've got a whole lot of work stuff, and that's what I found out. A whole lot of work stuff, and then other things, family things, health things, personal growth things, tasks at home. I'm looking at my list. Now, I've gotten mine divided out so crazy like this, and I will show you how to do that at some point. Believe me, this helps keep me on track. All it is one file folder page with little stickies. But for right now, what I want you to do is you make that list, give it as much time as you need, bullet points, not sentences, just bullet points, just a list of things to do. And may I add, as you do that, one of two things will happen for you. Either you'll look at that list and it'll be smaller than you expected it to be, and you'll feel very much like, oh, I can manage this. This is small. This is less than I thought. This is a smaller list than I thought. Or you'll look at it and feel like a million things on it. And that's also validating, because you can say to yourself, no wonder I'm overwhelmed. No wonder I'm tired. This is a lot of stuff. Either way, there's benefit in looking. Just don't look at your list and say to yourself, oh, it's overwhelming, it's a lot. You knew it was a lot. That's why you're having this feeling. So it's a lot. It feels like a lot anyway. And so getting it down, noticing whether it's small or large, and whether this either means this is not as big as I thought and I can manage it, or it means no wonder I'm stressed and I really need to work through this process. Divide out with colors or something, stars, dots, something that makes sense to you. There's no magic about color. I just happen to, my mind works well with color. And then start your dividing and see how they are divided. We will go over the next step of this tomorrow. Thanks, and enjoy your listing and your dividing. And remember this: no matter what you have going on in your life, you can live beyond anything and everything that life throws at you, even if it throws a whole lot at one time. Thanks, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.